Willkommen auf Rauta. Well, that's about German and probably went wrong already. This time we have a German black metal band here with not so German name. It's called Porta Nigra, which translates roughly as Black Port, Black Gateway. Well, you get it. And this one is called Schöpfungswut. Oh, just makes me ill to even think how to say this as a non-German speaking person. It's packed in a nice looking digipack, which you can pretty much see here. And underneath the CD tray, we have the band logo. There's nothing else except a booklet, obviously. Well, obviously it's not so given that these are always there. With some, I have to say, rotten berries. Strong metaphor, I must say, but not maybe the most obvious to all the people out there. Then we have lyrics which are also in German. This is all the way very German album, let me tell you that much. And not in a bad way, just stating whether we are talking about the sense of melodies, riffs, language used, or just the album title, it's all very German. Here's the Metal Archives site for the band, which gives you the basic information regarding the band itself. Started some 10 years ago and now out with 3 albums, and of which Schöpfungswut is the third one and the newest one. To be honest, I rarely have the time or sometimes interest to read the lyrics, but at least it's claimed that these are, as you can probably see, World War One, fin de Sichel era, and sex, mental illness. Now, that's a combination that many bands in black metal genre probably even want to go about, but at least it's something different. Also, we could say this band image is something rather unusual, and I really cannot say it's a bad thing as such. Obviously, we find these social media pages. Well, Bandcamp is not technically social media page, but you get the idea. What do we have here to show you what material is available? Like here you can just pretty much check out the earlier material and those social media pages. And well, that's the basic info about Porta Nigra. Now talking about this album, we could pretty much sum it up by saying it's a very melodic black metal album, the German way. And by German way, I mean the kind of language of melodic riffs and guitar melodies, which are so often kind of linked to kind of a German ways of creating pagan metal, folk metal even, and obviously black metal. Now the tempo is pretty much fast throughout the career of this album, and that is probably the most common thing there is. Now some of these melodies are just really nice and easy to listen, easy to enjoy, but there are some parts when I was like confused, like why are you doing this to yourself and to the audience? They are almost like annoying. Now, it's obviously a matter of taste, which is annoying and pleasing, but they are like the opposite of being dark and sinister, but more like some, I don't know, could be even child tune or whatever. Now, luckily, these parts are rare and scarce, but still they are there. Being kind of a fast tempo, it's really easy to just get in on and enjoy this, but also it maybe makes this album a little bit lack on the diversity side. That is, this is not the most multifaceted album. It's an album that could be more versatile overall. Now, if you paid attention how this is defined here in the genre, it is called avant-garde black metal. Now, that might be the case with previous releases, not so much in this one, but you can still hear some weird parts, which I guess makes that, or is rather the reason why these some parts are rather unusual. Now, it's a two-edged sword when a band is original versus more like traditional and one of those bands just blending in among 1,000 other bands. And sometimes it works for the band in a good way, and sometimes it's just goddamn annoying or frustrating, even to a level of being a hipster band. Now, Porta Nigra is not one of those bands, but make no mistake, this is not your typical Marduk or Dark Funeral copy. This band has more character and originality, but with the cost of, well, good songwriting. Now, the production on this album is actually quite enjoyable, but I'm not so sure about those vocals because they are often doubled, and that kind of creates this weird effect. Some people might totally like and worship it, but for me it was a tad bit annoying. I don't know if it's because my ear is not so much used to kind of a German pronunciation and whatnot, but this double vocals thing is an acquired thing, I could claim. Some people might even be really happy about it, but I must say I'm not so convinced. Now, these are little nuisances here and there. It's not like they're gonna ruin the album, because like I said, mostly this is something that can be enjoyed to the full because of the good production and well, nice melodies. But with those little, I wouldn't call them mistakes, but flaws here and there, I cannot say this is a great album. It's definitely quite nice and decent album, but you have to tune yourself to be ready for a little bit different approach when it comes to melodic black metal. Now, this being said, go tune yourself into the links and listen this music for yourself. And obviously, then you know whether or not it's gonna be your cup of tea. This is all from Rauta. Take care.